Jason had just returned home from military service when two police officers approached him for questioning. Seeing this, Jason pulled out his identification, but the officers didn't even bother to look at it. Instead, they demanded to search his backpack, clearly looking for trouble. Not wanting to cause a scene, Jason set his bag on the ground. After finding nothing in their search, the officers turned their attention to Jason himself. He had no choice but to lift his shirt, revealing a knife at his waist. The two officers immediately raised their weapons and issued a warning. Jason explained that he had a permit to carry the blade, but they confiscated his military knife anyway, and prepared to arrest him on illegal weapons charges. They handcuffed Jason on the spot, but even that wasn't enough for them. Surprisingly, Jason proved incredibly agile, dodging several baton strikes they threw at him. It wasn't until one of the officers drew his gun that Jason reluctantly agreed to go with them to the station. Little did they know they had just messed with the wrong person. Upon arriving at the police station, they happened to run into the chief. After examining Jason's credentials, the chief discovered that Jason was a special forces colonel. To avoid unnecessary trouble, the chief quickly ordered his subordinates to return Jason's belongings, and invited him into his office to apologize. Seeing the office filled with expensive luxury items, Jason immediately realized the chief was just as corrupt as the two officers. The chief, sensing Jason's suspicions, warned him not to meddle in affairs that didn't concern him before letting him go. Jason ignored the warning and simply walked away. As he left, a familiar face approached from the opposite direction. Anna, a waitress from the local diner whom he'd met once before, had come to the station to pay what they called protection money. After placing the money on the desk and preparing to leave, the chief suddenly had malicious intentions. Jason, who had just stepped out, realized he'd forgotten his radio in the office. When he returned to retrieve it, he walked in on the chief about to assault Anna. Seeing Anna cowering helplessly in the corner, Jason, as a soldier, couldn't just stand by and do nothing. The chief, his mood completely ruined, angrily told Jason to take his things and get out, but Jason was already prepared for a fight.